August 27th, 2023. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about suspicious vehicles and RVs here in Kansas City, in Independence, Missouri. Lots of things going on, guys. Still lots of things going on. We're talking about the event that happened yesterday. Now, this neighborhood, nobody notified anybody in this whole neighborhood. There was no flyer sent out or anything saying that there was going to be an event and helicopters were going to be flying in and out, in and out. And I'm still going to contact the FAA because there's some weird things that really didn't make sense to me. Now, I was wondering, how are they refueling these helicopters? Now, were they just running on one tank and going somewhere else? I don't know. But there was no fire extinguishers down there. There was actually no weather vane or a windsock where they were landing these vehicles going in and out. Now, even if you go down to Branson or Osage Beach or whatever, I've flown in those helicopters before. I actually flown in one that a guy, he was a pretty good guy, and he actually crashed and died down there at the Lake of the Ozarks. But that was another thing too. When you get the helicopters and they're going in and out, in and out. And I know I had over 50 passes over my house alone here. And it's like, oh, it's for charity. Well, who cares if it's for a charity or not? If it's disturbing people's area where they live, that's not our fault. If anything, they should have been. I caught them one time over I-70. If they were taking them, flying them out, flying them down 40 highway and flying them over I-70 and back, it wouldn't have been over any residential areas or anything. So that don't even make sense. Now, I looked at some of the deals and the legalities of this. If they're doing something like this and it's a continuous deal, it's something the FAA can talk to the pilots about. Interesting. But then I also found out too that supposedly, they talk about pilots. They was talking about this one pilot, I think it was out in California. And he was getting away with things, flying anywhere he wanted, dropping in, and just landing anywhere he wanted to. And he getting away with it. And the best way you could get away with that is if you took a toolbox out and said he had an equipment problem. Oh yeah, see, isn't there always loopholes here? Isn't there always ways to get around things? In this event that took place, right off the bat, I had people saying, well, there's a Chiefs game, or whatever, a pregame or whatever it was. And it was like, I hadn't even heard nothing about it. But when they back up here from that, it's at least a couple hours straight when they come off here. And next time there's a big event, I'll record it and I'll let everybody see it. Now, I got a lot of archive tapes. I might have some actually showing those backups. But these backups here was not from the game. Now, there might have been a couple people coming down the road here. It might have been from the Chiefs game. And I did show there was a Chiefs bus up there at that new bar up there across from Funhouse. But no. And then I was thinking too, they had signs out there in front that said helicopter rides. And I was thinking, I worked up here at a place called Minute Lube. That they built this building up here off 40 Highway. Now, it's an old car lot. It's up by the little Long John Silver's now. We actually had the mayor come out, and they did a ribbon cutting at that time when they first built that building. But to have signs out in front, you had to have a permit. Even a banner, you had to have a permit for that banner. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I know they had a permit for this event, but how many permits did they have for all this stuff? And then, like I said, this helicopter deal, there was no fire extinguishers around. There was no, if something did go wrong. And that's really interesting. I mean, like when they have San Caligan out there, I mean, they have, they usually have like an EMT on hand out there always. And then, and like I say, of course, there's, Independence Police, there's Jackson County Sheriff out there. We're going to do another video about San Caligan coming up because there's some other things we're going to talk about. I've heard some things that people have talked about, and we're going to talk about that, about San Caligan. But the noise shaking the houses, it ain't like we parked by a airport. That was another thing too. When I was looking at all the legalities of all this too, it said like one person, I think it was out west, bought a house right by an airport, and then they complain about it all the time. I didn't buy a house by an airport, guys. So that's weird. And the traffic that was down here was making left-hand turns on Willis and making on Northfleet to get over to this thing. So this was not a traffic jam or deal from actually the stadium up here, from the Chiefs deal. But it was a good timing, wasn't it? It was a good time to have the event, same time that the game was going on. But there was lots of events here in the city going on at that time. Now, what I am going to show when I come back this morning, that RV was sitting up there at KC Floor. And that's the same one that's been sitting over at Gordman's and bouncing around for the last month. Now, I'm going to show what an RV, there are RV places around here, 3 different locations you can go to and pull in. It's just like when I worked up at World's Fun, and people travel across the United States and they stay at these amusement parks. There's slabs, and they have like a sewer deal like hookup where you can hook the line up, and you got your power supply and your water supply. That's what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, unless you're just traveling across the country. And the one I found, this last one was from August 4th. We're August 27th. That's a long time to be sitting here. And now it's sitting up there at KC Floor. And that's what I'm going to show. And like I say, it's just odd, weird stuff going on, guys. So let's show this and hold on. Okay, guys. Now this is a Campus RV Park. It's 3.6 miles away. There's a stadium park campground here 2 miles away on 40 Highway up here. And then there's a showing one 2.3 Autumn Falls Mobile Home Park. And I don't know. Hold on just a second. And there's a street photo of the Stadium RV Park there. Now, that's where you go and you pay and you park your RV and you park your car, you park your motorcycle, whatever. And you got a place you can stay at. You pay for a day, a week, whatever you're staying. That's what you're supposed to do. And they got a place also to dump all the, like for your sewer and stuff, or your poop and your pee and stuff. That makes me wonder where this RV over here at Gormans, where they've been dumping their stuff. Just, you don't know. Are they dumping it in the grass over there and the other stuff? I don't know. Hold on. Okay, guys. And this is from this morning. Well, there's that RV. And it's sitting over there, that KC Floor out in front there. It's over there by that new bar. And it just makes me wonder. Now, I'm going to show this from August 4th when I did a video on certain things. So hold on. Okay, guys. Now, this is back from August 4th when I did this video. That's almost a month now. And this vehicle's just been sitting in these lots, floating around, not going nowhere. I don't know. But like I say, that just strange. And then, I guess the thing of this is, when you think about this, if a person was in need, you know, I'm sure there is some place they could get help here in Kansas City. I'm sure they could go to like a Catholic church and, you know, they'd probably let them sit there in the lot if they were needing or broke down or something. But this ain't broke down. All this is movable. And I can't imagine going over in this drug infested area. That's what this is. It's a drug infested area. And then, you know, this deal that took place yesterday, supposedly it was some charity, they said St. Jude or something. I don't know. But I don't think St. Jude one would want to be connected to something like this. Definitely, you know, not good. I don't know, guys. That's just weird. But like I say, this shows this has been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks, okay? So hold on. Oh, yeah, guys. One other thing. That vehicle was setting back up there at Gordman's in the center. I don't know. And there was another white vehicle too. Hold on. Okay, guys, see that? Interesting. And this vehicle had a temp tag on it. It was actually, the temp tag said it was good till the 10th month. Interesting. But I mean, independence here, I don't know. Hold on. All right, guys. So that's interesting. Vehicle sitting there this morning. This is same stuff. Same thing going on. Okay, guys, I'm back. And then the music that they were playing was shaking the house over here almost 2 blocks away. Now, when I talk to independents, it's like, you know, they try to weasel out of it. But, you know, if you get a lawyer, there won't be no weaseling out of it. If it's shaking, anything that's disruptive over a certain decibel, you can look at the legal part of this. And if it will shake your home, and if it's 2 blocks away, definitely that's not a deal that's going to go. Definitely not. Not in a court of law anyway, if there's still a court of law. But I can even give you another example real quick. Remember when I told you guys I used to go down to Doc Holliday's down there by the tool shed? Well, there's a council woman that lives over in that neighborhood not far behind where the tool shed and Doc Holliday's is. And, you know, Doc Holliday's had some great bands, music bands that played there. But they could not exceed a certain amount of decibels. Now, it does fall into Kansas City, Missouri, but most all different places follow the same laws and rules. And if they exceeded that music, basically the police could come out and tell them to turn it down, or they were going to get ticketed or closed down. And I was actually there one time when that took place. So, no BS here, guys. I mean, bottom line is, I don't think any lawyer, if you're sitting 2 blocks away and it's shaking your house and you got a recording of it, I don't think anybody's going to, a judge is not going to dispute that. They're going to say that's too excessive. So anyway, just another video, guys. Strange thing about that RV, though, where it's sitting now. Isn't it weird that all this stuff kind of just ties together? Anyway, keep your eyes open and have a good one out there.